without freedom, there can be no enduring peace. And without peace, no enduring freedom. Hey there, and welcome to this Wednesday Word of Wisdom. Before I get started, I want to invite you to, subscribe to the channel. It does help me out, but also you can get my inspirations, my words of wisdom, other little tidbits of information if you go to michellenewstetter.com/wednesdayword.html. Now, today's video is a little bit different, a little more somber, because it comes at a time when, as a nation and a world, we are at war with one another. Despite people citing the need for tolerance, instead, people are inciting hate, intolerance, disunity, prejudice. Really not all that different from the days of old when the soldiers had to fight for freedom. I feel like too easily we forget, too easily we become entangled in our own little world and belief systems. But we must remember. We must remember those who have gone before, those who've paved the way for a different world. If we don't, the sacrifice of the multitudes of lives becomes meaningless. They died for us, for their homes, for their family, for their friends, for a future that they believed in. The meaning of their sacrifice rests with our consciousness. Our future is their monument. What are we saying to their sacrifice if we choose to remain narrow-minded, biased, and cruel to our fellow man? The wars fought touched the lives of people everywhere, of all ages, of all races, of all social classes, fathers, sons, daughters, loved ones. These people were killed, they were wounded, and those who returned home often lived the rest of their lives with physical and mental scars. And yet, we so easily forget. We see war through the lens of a television camera or written in a book somewhere. And even all the memorabilia that's around really seem to be vague and unconnected to us. For those of us who were born during the time of peace, these wars are really far removed from our daily lives. I was thinking about this just yesterday. Not only the soldiers who fought to protect us, but all of the sacrifices made over the years that have led to all of the things that we have now, all of the things that we probably take for granted. People like Martin Luther King Jr., the women who fought for suffrage. And the list goes on and on. So many people made so many sacrifices because they envisioned a different future, a future with freedom. I know here we can often take for granted our values, our institutions, our freedom to participate in cultural and political events, and our right to live under a government of our choice. We don't step into the rights that have been laid out for us by the blood, sweat, and tears of so many. I read that the Canadians who went off to war in distant lands went in the belief that the values and beliefs enjoyed by Canadians were being threatened. They truly believed that without freedom, there can be no enduring peace, and without peace, no enduring freedom. By remembering those who served, those who currently serve, the many, many people who made huge sacrifices, we start to recognize that the tradition of freedom that these men and women fought to preserve resides here today, but only if we embrace it. They believed that their actions at that time would make a significant difference for the future. But it is up to us to ensure that their dream of peace is realized. Peace here in our homes, in our families, in our communities, in our country. Remembrance Day is tomorrow, which is why I'm putting this out today. I can't help but feel this sense of almost melancholy, maybe reverence, as I think about the courage that it took, about the sacrifices made of those who served their country, those who acknowledged that we have a responsibility to work for the peace that really they fought so hard to achieve. I really want to challenge you right now, challenge you to take some time to really remember. Take some time to evaluate how you are propagating peace. Take some time to acknowledge the innumerable sacrifices that were made on your behalf. Because you know what? You are the future. You can be the peacemaker. You can be the embodiment of their dream. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.
Get your daily dose of motivation on the Motivational Moments with Michelle podcast. In Motivation with Michelle podcast, you'll get encouraging, uplifting, and life-changing wisdom that will transform your world at your fingertips, 24 hours a day. Get a fuller, deeper revelation of the tools you can implement to see incredible transformation in your life from Michelle Newstetter's powerful teachings. Tune in whenever you need to be edified, uplifted, or a dose of motivation, no matter where you are. Subscribe to Motivational Moments with Michelle podcast with Michelle Newstetter today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SoundCloud.